How's it going, YouTube? Decode here, and welcome to episode number 2 of our SPT Hatchet to Hero series. If you haven't seen the first episode of this particular series, I would highly recommend going to check that out before you watch this episode. That way you can just keep up to date with everything that is going on with regards to this particular series. But regardless of that, we managed to hit level 5 off the back of the first episode, which means we do only have 10 levels left to go in order to reach the flea market to be able to obviously sell a few things on there as well. If we go into our stash, we still have everything everywhere it was when we first kind of finished off the previous episode. We do want to go ahead and sell this RAM, so I'm going to very quickly do that now whilst I have it on my in my head, so to speak. Otherwise I'll probably end up not doing that side of things. So we do need to grab ourselves some meds because we only have an AI2. So we're going to grab 2 more of those to be on the safe side, and we're also going to grab 2 S marches as well for any potential heavy bleeds we may run into in our next raid. So let's go ahead and just keybind those. We obviously have the bandages for light bleeds, as well as the splint for any sort of fractures we may come across, or broken arms, hands, legs, etc. And I've just noticed we do need to repair our trooper armor. So we'll go ahead and repair that with mechanic. So when it comes to messages, it does seem like we have a few bits and bobs from Prapor. So we have our insurance back, which is our shattered mask, our tac sport, headphones, the SKS, the commando rig, and our backpack. But we also have a Mosin inventory, which is going to be very handy for us when we start doing the Tarkov shooter tasks. And let's just go ahead and unload the FMJ ammo, which we have been given as part of that little package. But we do have this backpack now, meaning we can store a few things in here, such as our tac sport headset, shattered mask, and a commando rig. Just frees up a little bit more room for us. So if you go into our tasks, we do have mysterious hotline, which we need to find an intelligence folder, so that can be found on obviously the likes of customs or just in safes in general. We still need 1 PMC kill on ground 0, and that's basically the only task we have left on ground 0. However, I'm probably going to load into ground 0 to try and get this done, but also look for some Salewers for therapist, and maybe also get some scav kills for the debut task. Once we've done that, we'll probably try and head back into woods to get the Jaeger letter, and at least that way we can buy the shotguns we need for the task for Prapor. And one thing I am going to very quickly do as well is just buy another stack of ammo. Let's go ahead and say 60 rounds of that. Just in, well, we didn't actually need to. I completely forgot we had the rounds of Action SX up here. But we'll go ahead and we'll stick in another stack of ammo into our backpack, so we have a little bit more ammunition to use in this particular run that we're going to be going on in the first instance. We're good on hydration and energy, so I think without further ado, we're going to jump into the first raid of the episode, which means we are going to go into ground 0 just to try and get this last PMC kill, and also get some debut kills as well. So without further ado, let's jump into a ground 0 raid and see what we can get done. Alrighty, so raid number 1 is underway, and we have spawned underneath, which is not too bad if I'm honest, because it means that we can do a little bit of looting whilst we're down here, maybe get some stuff for the hideout, all that kind of good stuff, and also start keeping hold of things for future tasks. So we will go ahead and do a little bit of looting down here, but I've got to remember that the main reason we've come here is to try and get scav kills as well as some PMC kills. So we do want to head up top fairly swiftly when we can to start getting the kills underway. As I said, we only need 1 more PMC kill for Scorpion's task, and then we need 5 scav kills to get the Prapor task underway as well. I am going to take this bank robber rig. Even though it's not the most ideal rig in the world, it's still going to be something that we can use to store some of the loot that we do end up acquiring throughout this raid. Obviously we've just filled that up, so it is going to be pretty much null and void in terms of being able to put anything else in that particular rig in our backpack, but that is fine. So there's nothing else I think down the end of this side of the underground, so we'll head the other way. We are on full auto. I don't know why I heard bushes, unless there's bushes right above me. That was a bit of a strange commodity, especially when we are underneath the underneath the main part of the map in the underground section. But regardless, it does give us a little bit of a heads up that someone could potentially be above us in terms of location on the map. But one thing I will mention when it comes to this particular raid is we haven't actually been able to insure anything, solely because we don't have the money to insure anything. So anything that we do get that we're not going to end up keeping hold of for like hideout purposes or future tasks, we will just go ahead and sell to be able to get a little bit of money in order to obviously upgrade the hideout, number one, but also be able to insure things, be able to also purchase things as well. So we are hearing the first shots of the raid going down, so we should hopefully be able to kind of track those down if needed. Not sure what that PMC was doing, but we will take a free kill there. That was a bit of a strange one. We didn't really have any reaction from that PMC. Don't really need the Euros as much as I'd like to take them. I think I'm just going to leave them where they are. I'm half tempted to take the Analgin. However, I know there's not really much need because we've got ibuprofen in our alpha container. So I'm going to leave those there. We're going to drop the slugs. We'll keep the water because it will be handy to have the water for future in this raid. But I do want to take this armoured rig. Now, this armoured rig used to be one of my favourite rigs to run in terms of the whole the armoured rig situation. However, nowadays, I don't really know how good it is compared to the other armoured rigs that are available to use. So we have a nearly full mag, but we are going to go ahead and reload. We don't want to go back downstairs. We just come from there. We're going to head out into the actual map, I think, to try and get a few more scav kills under our belt. Obviously, we've got our PMC task done now. So it's just a case of trying to find some scavs, but also being very wary that... oh, hello. Okay, they're over there. Not quite what I wanted to happen there. So they're over in that direction somewhere. But I'm not too sure where. So I'm going to back up real quick, just so we can heal up properly. So there's a scav to our right. I don't know whether they're in this particular store or not, but we are going to just vault in here to have a little bit of cover. But yeah, that little bit of damage we just took wasn't ideal. Like, ideally, ironically, we want to try and mitigate the amount of damage that we take. Thankfully enough, though, it was only to our stomach, so we don't have to worry too much when it comes to the actual damage dealt there. Solely because if it was any higher, we may have ended up basically losing our life very, very quickly in this particular run. But we are really now wanting to try and get some scav kills under our belt, but also we want to be very wary about our loot situation and the stuff that we have on us, because the stuff we have on us is stuff that we can't necessarily get back off of insurance due to not having insurance available. So there's a lot of shooting going on in front of us over there. I just heard sprinting. Okay, there's at least one scav, well, at least two scavs over here. It might not be two scavs, it could be two players. There's one kill. We need to go ahead and use our splint, but I don't want to be doing it out in the open, but that is a scav kill to our name. I am sort of tempted right now to just go down to Mirror Avenue and extract from this raid. But at the same time, don't think that's quite the correct decision. I'm not too sure how we didn't kill that scav like straight up. I'm pretty sure that my my reticule was on the scav's head, but it seems, for whatever reason, that I am mistaken in that regard. So we do have another storage rig. I just don't know, unless we take the bank robber out, I don't really know if we can use it. I'm going to take the ice green tea. Oh, we need that Iskra as well. Okay, I'm definitely going to take this Umka, however you pronounce this particular rig, just because we do need this Iskra. That splint, the ALU splint will be quite handy as well. So I think the best thing for us here is to essentially get rid of everything we don't think we're going to need, and then just chuck as much as possible into this rig, and then do a little bit of Tetris to be able to fit the rig. I think something like that will be good. I don't think we need this toolkit, so we're going to get rid of it and just take a few bits from the scav. Ah, this scav has the axe, the really good axe, like the axe that I do actually like. But the thing is, okay, we could probably get rid of the milk and just drink it, and go ahead and use the put the axe on instead. Even if we don't end up using the axe, in terms of replacing it for our shovel that we found in the previous episode, we'll at least have the we'll at least have it to like sell to Jaeger when we have Jaeger actually unlocked. But let's see, we want to take this to Shonka. I can't remember if I've got soap, but I don't think I need these pliers, so we'll go ahead and do that. But we are now full when it comes to the loot side of things. But at the same time, I do really want to try, if we can, to get a couple more scav kills under our belt. So ironically enough, the scavs in this raid have been more of a nuisance than the PMC that we ran into, which is a little different to what I'm used to. That scav absolutely scared the bejesus out of me. He has a gun that I'm fairly tempted to take as well, but I'm not too sure. Like, we could put the MP7 into like a 2-shot and take it, because it looked like it was an LMG. I can't remember which one it was, but it does look like a fairly decent weapon to have. We'll have another check on the scav in a second. So that's 3 scav kills and a PMC, so I don't necessarily need to stay in this raid now. We have got a couple of kills towards the debut task done. We're going to go ahead and do something like this, I think, which means we can move this up here. Do we need everything in here? That's only a barter item, so we'll get rid of that. Fold this up, pop that there, and then we can take this weapon off of the scav, which is the RPD. The downside is, though, it is a gun that's fairly broken in terms of the durability. Like, we could repair it and still have a fairly reasonable weapon. It's another Willer's wallet. Don't actually need another one, we'll just pop that in there. Kind of want to take this grenade, if I'm going to be honest. We'll go ahead and drink this juice. Kind of want to take the grenade just to have another nade available to us. I'm just trying to think. We don't need the max energy for anything, right? We can get rid of this, put this down here, and put that there. But yeah, that scav absolutely scared the high heavens out of me. I was not expecting a scav to be sat there, especially with an RPD. But we did run into one. But I'm not gonna stay in this raid any longer. I don't feel the need to. We've gone ahead and grabbed the bits and bobs that we were looking to get in terms of the actual reason we came to ground zero in the first place. So we are just going to go ahead and pop this flare. So we'll wait for that flare to go off before we head down here, because I've made the mistake in the past on live servers and not waiting for the flare to go off and then being shot by the sniper scav. Whereas this time around, with the flare going off, we should be perfectly fine just to run down Mirren Avenue. We're going to sit behind this Jeep here, or the 4x4, and just extract from this raid. Okay, lovely stuff. So a nice successful run there for the first raid of the episode. Managed to get our final PMC kill, and we've got 3 kills on the scavs for debut as well. Not too sure what that PMC was doing when we kind of rounded the corner on the stairs. It may have just been a fresh spawn. They just kind of stood on top of... I don't even know what they were stood on top of, to be fair. But regardless, we'll take the kill. We'll take the progress for the tasks that we have as well. And we've also got ourselves another MP7. Do I have... Okay, I do have stuff from Skier for some reason. Excuse me, for some reason. And we have the ability to upgrade our hideout, which is huge. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick now. Excuse me. Just whilst we have the ability to do so, we have the, obviously, the money. So we can go ahead and construct vents here. It did say we can construct something else, but I guess with the money into the vents, we are unable to do so. So let's scroll down to the bottom. We do need this. We'll need this eventually to barter for the director's office key. We'll eventually need this. So pretty much a lot of the stuff that we're going to end up needing, like defuel we need for barters. So I don't necessarily think we need to hold on to this. We could probably just get rid of this, to be fair. It does barter for a Red Rebel and an Ollie Logistics key though, so I think I'll keep hold of it for the time being. To be fair, a lot of the stuff that's in the rigs, we could probably keep in the rigs for now. Just so we have a little bit more room in our stash. Again, a lot of that we are going to keep hold of. The GM count we can get rid of. The pliers we can get rid of. We can get rid of this. And then we're going to go ahead and just pop a few of the bits that we have at the bottom of the stash here into the rig. Again, just for a little bit more room in our stash. And then we do actually have another rig in terms of the Thunderbolt that we can just go ahead and chuck a few bits and bobs that we have down here into as well. We'll put the noodles in there, we'll put the hot rod in there, so then we can move this down here, giving us a little bit more room in our stash so we don't have to worry too much about stash room at this present moment in time. But regardless, we will go ahead and do that. We'll put that ruble there, put those there, and then we'll put that there. So heating is now available to be constructed. So that was probably the other thing the game was saying that we could end up constructing, which we will go ahead and do so in a second. Let's go back to the hideout and just go to heating and construct our heating. Alrighty, so let's put the ALU splint up here so we actually have something to heal any fractures. We'll put the RGD grenade up there, and then I think the best option for us in terms of weaponry for the next run is going to be the SKS, just because we're going to be going into woods, meaning that we do need something a little bit more long range. The downside is we only have, well, I was about to say we only have 2 mags. We actually have 3 mags. We have 2 35 rounders and then we have 1 20 rounder. So let's just go ahead and filter by item, not by item, sorry, link search even, just so we can grab some ammo. Unfortunately, SP is the only ammo we can grab, so let's just get 100 rounds because we don't need loads, I don't think. If we go ahead and stack that in there, we can then put, if we do this, we've got 29. So we need to put aside, I'm just trying to think of mass right now, we need to put aside 6. So, well, not put aside 6, but bottom load 6, top load this. and then we can go ahead and slot those in there. Okay, so we have ourselves our next kit. We do probably need to get another couple of AI2s though, so let's just very quickly grab 2 more of those just so we have some healing, and then we can go to Scorpion and turn in the task we just finished, which was prove yourself. We now have the route, which is locate and mark the first ambulance and the second ambulance on ground 0. We're not going to go back into ground 0 for the time being, but this does give us can't get my words out, give us a Salewa even that we can give to Therapist, and apparently all of our dailies are with Ragman. So we need to eliminate 4 scavs, we'll take that. We need to survive 4 ground 0 runs, we will accept that. We won't be doing it just yet though. And then we need to hand over some wires, which actually gives us a fanny pack. So we're going to go ahead and turn in 1 set of our wires, because this will be the first like fanny pack extra storage that we have available to us. So let's go to Scorpion real quick and just grab the markers, and we actually have PS rounds that we could put into our SKS, which I think is something that we're going to go ahead and do, even though we're not going to get are we going to get 3? We are going to get 3 full mags of PS rounds. That's nice, but I'm going to leave the backup. Do we leave the backup PS rounds? No, I think we take them in actually, and then we'll take an SP as the second set of backup ammo for us as well. With regards to this axe, we're going to keep hold of that and sell that to Jaeger once we have him unlocked, but we'll just go ahead and give the other bits to Therapist, and then we can put the axe down here for the time being. But if we go to Messenger, we should have rewards from Ragman, which gives us our first fanny pack, which we can put on our armband, which gives us 6 more lootable areas within our stash. So that's actually really handy. Let's just make sure we take in the spare AI2s, so we actually have some more healing, because I know for a fact we're probably going to end up running out of healing on the likes of this AI2 in this raid. Not saying we definitely will, but there is potential for that to happen. But we now have enough money to also go ahead and insure our gear, I think. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a woods run. Before I do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and swap my backpacks over, because I don't think I'm going to fill a pilgrim on woods, but I feel like the LBT will be a better option for us to use in this particular run, and we do therefore have a little bit more room as well to store some of our gear to make, again, some more room in our stash. But regardless of that, let's get ourselves into a woods run and get out with the Jaeger letter this time round. Alrighty, so unfortunately we didn't get the same sort of luck on the spawn that we got in the previous episode onwards. However, we have located ourselves in the village, which means we will have a decent chance at getting a little bit of loot from this raid before we move over towards the letter side of the map. But I'm just going to get out of the main road before any scavs spawn. We do need strike cigarettes, but not for a little while yet, so we're going to go ahead and wait there. We did just hear someone brush through bushes. We actually need crackers, but we can buy those from Therapist for the Director's Office key barter. So we're going to go ahead and leave those. Now I can't remember if we've done supplier yet or not for, I think we may have. I'm trying to figure out what weapon that is that's firing out there. And if I'm truly honest, I'm not 100% sure. But there's definitely some activity around us right now. So we do need to be very wary of that side of things. So that's Barters. That shot was literally just outside, I think. So we need to be a little bit careful when we do exit this particular area. Make sure there's no scouts behind here. But a lot of the stuff we're picking up right now, we're probably just going to end up selling. We will have to check to see if we need them for any sort of quests or hideout. And by sell, I mean a lot of the food and drink stuff. Plus, it does give us the option to top up energy and hydration during the course of the raid. But I'm now very wary. So there's shots going off over to our right here. So there's at least 2 people over here. We are going to go and push this. This might not be... I was about to say, it might not be our best decision, but thankfully we did end up getting a kill there. So this is a level 1 PMC. They do have an MP5K, which I'm going to take as a backup to what we currently have. We'll take that Sagustin because it's good for bleeds. I was kind of hoping that their spare MP5 mag was going to have some ammo in it, but unfortunately we are out of luck on that side of things, and they did kill the scav that we wanted. We have insured this, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these 2 on. We do need this to shonker, so if we go ahead and eat the peas, we don't necessarily have to because we do have room for this to shonker in our rig. But at least this gives us the ability to put that in there and then take this. We did just hear someone rustle through bushes, so I'm just going to go upstairs to repack this 35 rounder. Because I don't want to be sat downstairs repacking a mag and be run up on by a scav or a player. But yeah, we still need scav kills. Obviously, wasn't sure if that was a player or a scav that we were engaging with. So I'm just going to throw this flash over there. I did just hear a scav com, like, it seemed fairly close to us. So we are just going to rotate this way. Rather than go in. So it sounds like there's someone over towards the other side over here. Swear I lined up a headshot there, but as we found in the previous episode, the iron sights on the SKS, or at least this version of the SKS, don't always line up. To where you're shooting, and I don't actually know if I killed that person then or not. Yes, we did. Okay. Just go ahead and heal up real quick. We do have the CMS to repatch our arm as well. And as much as I'd love to just go, you know what, let's take the car out. Didn't even see where that shot came from, not gonna lie. It might have been to the back side of the buildings we were in. But let's just relocate real quick, because we are being shot at. Never mind, the person is literally stood right next to us and I didn't even realise. Damn, Woods is one of those maps right now that we just cannot buy a exfil from, unfortunately. We got killed in the stomach and the groin area. We killed 2 PMCs that run, okay. No scavs, but 2 PMCs. What did we get killed by? T ammo, so it was another AK. Damn, dude. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I didn't realize that they were in that area of the woods. I thought they were to our right, but then that could have been someone completely different compared to the person that originally shot us in the chest. But yeah, woods is definitely a map that just does not want to agree with us right now. Do we have anything in this? We did have more mags. Okay, I might just take the Mosin in for the next run. Take the Mosin in. Take in the actually I want to take the 40 round stack in. Take the Mosin in and get some. I'm actually going to take a single grenade as well. We need to get some more healing, so we'll get 2 AI2s, 2 of these. We did lose our ALU splint, unfortunately, so let's just grab a splint and also a bandage, just so we have healing available to us throughout the course of this raid. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, yeah, so unfortunately we did end up dying in our second attempt to try and get this Jaeger letter. But what I'm going to do in this particular run, take the Mosin in. I'm not going to take a backpack, so we're going to try and avoid looting if we can. And then we're hopefully going to get this Jaeger letter and get out of this raid. So that is the kind of main focal point and main aim for this raid, is to actually get out of this letter. We're not going to worry about looting or anything like that. We're just going to go into woods. We're going to get this letter, and if we can get some scav kills, we'll get some scav kills and move on from there. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into another woods run and hopefully survive with the letter. Okay, so it's not too bad of a spawn, I don't think, for trying to get to this letter. Still not quite as good as the spawn we had in the very first woods run when we attempted to do this particular task, but regardless, it's still a fairly decent spawn to try and get over there and get out of the raid. Just kind of hoping that we can get through this run with not a lot of hiccups. That last raid, yeah, didn't quite go our way. I don't think I'm going to use the red SKSs anymore, just because they don't seem to be working all that well for me. PST rounds, we need that. And I know I said we don't really want to loot too much, but we do want to try and get a little bit, so if we do not run into any scavs or anything like that, we have the ability to actually gain XP from the run, so it's not a run through. So that's the last thing that we want to have on our record, even though this is obviously a single player experience. We still want to be able to get as many survives rather than run throughs as we can. Solely because survives also give us a little bit more XP in terms of the overall scheme of things. Just heard a grenade go off, but we are just going to run away from this location now. We're going to go down the coastline, I think, and then up to the plane crash and Jaeger's hut from there. And then we'll also look to potentially go into the med camp, because we do want to try and find these Salewers for therapists. Obviously we have a guaranteed one on Scorpion if we end up doing the marking task. I think that shot was at me, so we're just going to change our pathing ever so slightly. But yeah, we do have a guaranteed Salewa if we finish the task for Scorpion on Ground Zero for marking the ambulances. And obviously with that not being a normal task within Tarkov, we're going to have to find the ambulances ourselves. I thought the shadow for a second next to that tree was a player slash scav. It wasn't, but I wanted to ensure that was the case. We don't have any room for the PSO, so we will just go ahead and change that. Then we do want to check for any decent ammo whilst we're here. PS rounds, PT, JPX FMJ, FMJ. Okay, nothing really worth taking, unfortunately. No, didn't want to jump. Okay. We're either whiffing shots or we're hitting them and they're not killing. Let's go ahead and heal that real quick whilst we have a little bit of cover. Thankfully it was the stomach. Not sure if that was a kill shot, so we'll put another round down range. It was, okay, that's fine. Now I don't know if this is a scav or a player. We'll go and have a quick check. Looks to be a scav. Is a scav, that's fine. We'll take the RGD. So that's another scav ticked off the books. Did not want to lay down there. Fat fingered the wrong key. But one thing I have realised with regards to the mods that I have installed for SPT is the scavs don't really follow your usual scav patterns in terms of traversing the map. They spawn and they move around areas that you wouldn't normally see them in. So we do have to pay a little bit more attention whilst we do traverse the map in that regard. Don't think we need this, actually thinking about it. So we'll go back and take this pineapple juice here. And then we'll move on. So yeah, we need to be a little bit more cautious in terms of the scav pathing. So as I said, they don't tend to like patrol and move around the map in ways that they would on live servers, which I actually like, because with live servers you can always kind of go to certain spots in the map and know where scavs are, whereas with the mods that we have installed, the same mods to be like precise, there's no guarantee that the scavs are going to be where you expect them to be, which means that we have to be a little bit more cautious when we move through the map, which is nice. So if you have them in areas that you are like aware of, yes, okay, it means that you have the ability and facility to know that there are definitely going to be scavs in that general location. So you can go there and potentially get a few scav kills for like scav kill tasks and stuff. But when it comes to having them patrol different areas, it does also mean that you have to be a lot more aware of your surroundings, which I think is a nice little touch, a nice little addition. Because otherwise you kind of get complacent in certain areas that you don't think scav's going to be at, or you're like, okay, there's not going to be a player like rolling through here. So once we get this letter, I am going to very quickly scope out the med camp, because there's a few things that we have on us that we can probably just go ahead and drop and find later. For example, we can probably end up dropping a fair few amount of the cigarettes that we have. And in fact, I'm very tempted just to go ahead. Oh, I have no idea where I just got shot from. So we are just going to run away real quick. That's what I mean. That could be like a PMC, like a AI PMC. But at the same time, that could be a scav that's just chilling in that area. But we are just going to move out of that location. Wasn't the brightest idea to try and drop things in the open, I'm going to be honest. We need the ES lamp. Go ahead and deal with this AI2. And then we will take a painkiller from the ibuprofen as well. If it'll let us. There we go. So yeah, I was not expecting to be shot in that location, not gonna lie. That was not an area that I was expecting to have to worry about anything really. But that's what I mean. That's literally what I was just saying in terms of like pathing of the AI in single player Tarkov. How have I missed the headshot there, bro? Oh, I completely whiffed. Okay, I think we're going to have to leave Woods alone for the time being. As much as I want to unlock Jaeger, I just think that Woods is not going to be the most ideal place for us, especially with single shots. US rounds, and we can't even heal because it's going to cost us 10k. Okay, we need to sell some things in that case to be able to then go ahead and get some healing done with Therapist. Damn, yeah, what Woods just does not agree with us at all right now, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I think in that case we might have to go. Where do we want to go next? We could go to ground zero to get this done. We still need a TOS, and we still need a scav kill. Okay, I think that's our play in that case. We'll go to ground zero. So with that being said, we will put the trusty loadout on. We'll probably put this on. This we could probably sell, to be fair, even though we do need it eventually. I'm half tempted to sell all of our dog tags as well, and then pick up more dog tags along the way. I think we'll do that. Right, so who actually takes dog tags? Prapor does take dog tags, okay. So let's just sell all of the dog tags we have to you. What else are we going to sell? We're going to sell the actual parrot. So that gives us 50k. I don't have anything that I can barter with this. I don't have any of that, and I don't have any of that. So it's going to have to be, unfortunately, AI2s. We can't even... Let's just grab, say, 5. And heal up what we can with these. Which might be everything. And then we do also need to grab a S-March. And then we'll just heal everything that we can with the AI2s. Is that everything? That is everything. Lovely. Okay. So in that case, we'll take both of those in. We'll grab 2 more of these to take in. And we also want to grab a bandage. So take those 2 in and a bandage if I can find it. So I'm going to go 5, 6 and 7. What else do we want? A backpack if we can get one as well. It doesn't have to be very big. How much have we got? We've got 22. We've got 2,200, so we can't actually afford any backpack. So I think in that case we'll just roll without a backpack and hope we can find one in the raid instead. This SKS I'm going to sell. Thinking about it, I'm just going to keep hold of the suppressor. So if we go to mechanic, we'll go ahead and sell this SKS to him. And then yeah, we'll roll back into ground zero, and we will go for the ambulances, which means we actually need these markers before we go in. So we'll go and try and find these ambulances for the Scorpion task. Gives us a guaranteed slayer, which we can give to Therapist. Also gets another task under our belt. And we'll look to also try and grab as much loot as we can in terms of getting stuff for some monetary value. So I think when it comes to looting this run, we will leave the we'll leave the bits for tasks unless it's for like shortage or supplier, and we'll go from there. So let's jump back into ground zero. We'll just repair this with Prapple real quick. Does mean that we're unfortunately going to have to go back in to ground zero without any form of insurance. But regardless of that, let's jump into ground zero. Let's get this raid underway and let's get some progress made. Alrighty, back into good old ground zero. So we've spawned somewhere that doesn't really have too many areas to loot, if memory serves correct. We will take this Tarcola and we will have a look in this office to see if there's anything worthwhile in here. A bit of food and drink, nothing amazing. I don't really know what else can spawn in this office, if I'm honest. Just check we are on full auto. Oh yeah, we can actually go upstairs, and I think there's a bunch of computers and stuff if memory serves correctly. So this is the location with the machine gun, so we have the filing cabinets too. But yeah, this raid is going to be to try and mark these ambulances and also get some bits that we can sell for some money, because we are running very low on cash again. We do need these ES lamps for weapon rack. I'm almost certain you need them for something else as well, but obviously I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Yeah, it's just barters we need them for the other bits. Please search this computer. But yeah, Woods is one of those maps right now that just is not agreeing with us. We can't really get anything going on that map right now. To be fair though, when it came to that last gunfight, we should have probably just kind of repositioned rather than trying to take it. Not knowing the weapon that the enemy was going to be using, it was going to be a tall task for us to kind of hit a headshot, let alone be able to hit a headshot and move. So I think in hindsight, that fight wasn't really one that we should have taken, but we went for it, we whiffed, they hit. Can't really say too much more about that. I am just going to go ahead real quick and eat these oat flakes and drink this juice, just because we are running a little low on energy and hydration. So we will just go ahead and top those up with the food and drink that we have found so far this run. I might need to top the hydration up a little bit more. Hydration goes up by 15 using a Tarcola, and goes up by 5 with the peas. So we'll use the Tarcola rather than peas, because the peas we can use for energy if we need it later on. Excuse me. Alrighty, let's go and check this other room whilst we're here. You also want to listen out for any movement that might be happening around us, because we don't want to be snuck up on and be like shot from behind in the head, for example. That would be the worst thing to happen to us right now. I would love to like find a GPU on ground zero. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if they can. Really? Literally just after me saying I'd love to find a GPU spawns in a PC. The end of my sentence was, I don't know if they can spawn on this map, but evidently they can. So yeah, that's a Brucey bonus. I was not expecting that in the slightest, but we will take it. We will certainly take it. Just got to remember, we've also got some storage in our fanny pack, so we'll put our CMS in there. But this right here, we are going to keep hold of the request unless we end up dying in this raid. If we end up dying in this raid, we'll probably just end up selling it for a little bit of money for ourselves. There are some shots fairly close by. What do we need the Zibbo for? Okay, it's a barter for a hand grenade. I mean, we could probably drop the Zibbos in that case. Oh, I thought that was at us for a second. It's outside. Just sounded like the shots were literally in my ear. Evidently not, but that is what my brain thought for a split second. There are some footsteps outside. Someone's sprinting for their life. There's no way we get 2 GPUs in this raid. It would be awesome if we did, but I just don't see it happening. I still can't believe, whilst I was trying to say, oh, I don't know if they GPU spawn on this map, we actually find a GPU in a PC. Take this cat tape as well. Search this final PC, and then we can move on from this building. If I'm honest, I completely forgot. That like this area of this building existed. I honestly thought for a split second it was just like this area that we spawned in and downstairs that this building had, but we were mistaken. Before we go downstairs, actually, let's just... I was about to say, let's just repack this mag, but there are footsteps. Okay, that is a scav. We'll take that. We have a shotgun, which we're probably not going to use, but we'll put on and then take off. The only time we'll probably end up using a shotgun like that is if we found like buckshot, for example, or flechettes. We'll keep that Tashonka in there, we'll keep that Tarkola as well, and then we'll just fill up this rig and take it as a storage rig. So it frees up a bit more room for us. Right, let's go into this room again and just repack our mags whilst we have the opportunity. I'm quite glad we didn't sit and repack our mags when we were originally going to. Solely because we would have been caught with our pants down, and that is not what we wanted in the slightest. But yeah, it seems with woods we're going to probably have to go with like a sidearm rather than just like a semi-auto or a bolt action. Because the 2 times we've gone in with a semi-auto and or a bolt action, we've ended up dying on woods. So I definitely think it's worth us at least taking like a pistol or like a MP7 sub or something along those lines. Because at least that way we'll be able to hold our own a little bit more if we do get into the fights that we got into in the previous runs. But we have got the scav kills done for debut now. So it's just a case of us needing to get the MP133 shotguns, which we can buy from Jaeger if we ended up getting a letter. Where did we kill this guy down here? Where did we kill this guy down here? We definitely killed someone out here, right? Unless I'm mistaken, we're at that window. And we definitely killed someone here. I don't know where those shots are coming from. I swear unless they went prone, I don't think they did. Where the hell were those shots coming from just a second ago? I'm not sure that was a person. There's some shots over there. I'm so confused about the kill we got outside that window. I'm now thinking that we didn't kill him, but I'm almost certain that they flopped dead. There's definitely someone over here. Just saw that flashlight. Okay, they saw us through the bush and we couldn't see them. is a... well, it sounds like a scav. We don't necessarily need this kill. But I would prefer to take it so we don't have someone behind us. We have a full mag right now. It's just we don't have a full spare mag. Right, let's just check our surroundings before we loot. Because that is one of my shortcomings in this game. As I'm very quick to try and loot, and then it ends up getting me killed, so we will go ahead and not do that time. That's going to be very handy for us actually, this IFAK and that Vaseline. Vaseline we can put on 4, mayo we can sell. Okay, there was another scav or person we killed just there. So we'll go ahead and loot this one as well. Okay, so this is a PMC. Do we take another one of these armors is the question. Need that splint. Suppressor's quite nice to find. Rubles we'll just put down here. Okay, so in that case, let's just go over here real quick and pack our mags. And then we can move on from this location. So we still need to find these ambulances, but we are doing fairly well in terms of getting some stuff that we can just go ahead and sell. Like the dog tag, we got the mayos, which are worth a little bit. So overall, we're doing okay for ourselves in terms of one of our focal points for this raid in terms of getting stuff to sell. But I'm pretty sure the ambulances are outside the Terror Group building. I think that's the last, like, not last, but at least one of the ambulances is in that location. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that that is one of the locations we've got to worry about. Let's just swap that over. Okay, we can move on now. I'm still really confused though. Like, I'm almost certain we killed someone outside the front of this building that we're in. But there is no body over here. Oh, no, there is. I lied. Found him. Ah, there's a TOS that we need, but it's not found in raid. Slightly annoying. If that was a found in raid TOS, that would be huge. Unfortunately, it's not. We do need this actually for the hideout. Right, let's move on. Ah, so unfortunate that TOS is not found in raid. So if we had found that, if that TOS was found in raid, that would be what we needed for supplier. Gonna leave that person up for a second. We could take... oh, that's actually handy. Some more ammo for us. We could take this rig for... so dead scav here. There was someone voice lining over here. That's a VSS. which would be quite nice to have. Yoink your VSS, sir. Please have mags. You have a mag, okay. VSS doesn't have a sight on it, which is slightly unfortunate. Nope. Ooh. Cannot see. Where those shots were coming from. I hear someone to my left. One G phone. Are they outside to my left or are they inside? Not sure. I think they're outside. We're pretty full on loot. I just want to try and get the ambulances marked. But I don't actually know where they are. One's got to be at Emacom, right? Which is our exfil. Okay, so that's our 4 scavs done. Surely there's an ambulance here, right? Was there one on this road and we didn't realise? Is that one down there? This could be one here that we just missed. Definitely looks like it could be. It's behind us. Can't see him though. Is this one? This is one. I want to make sure this objective is marked before we move. Okay, nice. Right. Right here. Damn, dude. Instantly head tapped, I swear. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, we swung way too wide. Way too wide for that fight. Damn. So we got 4 PMCs and 3 scavs. Oh, we swung way too wide for that fight. That was a dumb decision. Green tracer rounds. Damn. Okay. So it seems that GPU that we found, unfortunately, we are going to have to go ahead and just sell that. We could have just left that person, to be honest. We didn't need that fight. But at least we've marked one of the ambulances there. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, such a painful loss as well. We had so much like gear on us that we could sell and use and whatever else, but at least we got the GPU out, which gives us a little bit of money there. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, so the stuff that you have in your fanny pack also kind of counts as a alpha container thing, which is nice. And but they don't count as a found in raid item. And I know I need those for the hideout eventually, but again, we're just going to sell them for a little bit of money so we have a little bit more income coming in. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's 2 back-to-back raids that didn't quite go our way. We still have weapons, it's just like, I don't think we can get a mag for this. We can get ammo, which is fine, but I'm almost certain magazine, yeah, I was about to say magazine wise we're not going to be able to get those. That's fine. Can I get a magazine for this? Obviously I can get ammo, I know that much. It probably uses the same mags, right? It does use the same mags, and we can get 30 rounds from Scorpion. Let's just grab some 30 round mags. Grab some 30 round mags. We'll also grab, pretty sure we can grab a sight. Optic, we don't want iron sights. Let's just grab this sight for it. We're gonna change the grip as well, because we can put the RK5 on there. Let's unload the mag and unload this. Okay, so at least we have a weapon for the next run we do. We just need a rig, and that's about it really. Just a rig so we can reload this. Rig and meds. Okay. Military tube wise, we need for air filtration unit. And we've got 2 out of 3 already. Yeah, we've got 2 out of 3 already. So I think defuel will sell. We'll sell the kite because we don't need it for now. This defuel can be sold. The slickers will sell. What else? Just to get a little bit of money in for the time being. We can't sell that axe to anyone but Fence at the moment, unfortunately. We do have 1 spot left. Let's do this. We could probably sell the maps for the time being as well, because why not? Don't know if we actually need the maps. To be fair as well, we could probably just use like this Thunderbolt rig rather than buying a new rig. At least that way we're saving a little bit of money rather than spending on things that we don't necessarily need to spend on. So let's just load these into there, put that here. We need to get some more ammo as well. Let's put. Actually, we're going to sell that RK6. I don't see myself using it anytime soon. So first and foremost, let's just sell this to therapist and then go to mechanic, sell those to him. We do actually have the daily as well that we can grab, get our first lot of dollars from Peacekeeper 2, and then we'll go ahead and complete our elimination of scavs task, which gives us 13k rubles, which is actually quite nice. Gives us a little bit more leeway in terms of being able to purchase a few bits and bobs. But I think the main thing we're going to look for purchase wise is meds and ammo. So if we go to therapist, we can grab 2 of these, and then we'll also grab 1 of those, and just get ourselves ready for the next run that we end up doing. And then if we just filter here, we could probably just grab 200 rounds from mechanic for our MP7, and just do something like that. Top that ammo up, that can go in there, and then pop that in there, and probably top that up to 70 as well. Okay, so we have all of that sorted and done and dusted. But regardless of that, that is going to be the end of this particular episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like rating and subscribe to the channel for more gaming content moving forward. I am really enjoying this SP Tarkov journey. It is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, especially with the mods that we have added into the game. As you I can't get my words out, but as you've seen during the course of this particular episode and even the last episode, some of the scavs and the PMCs that you run into will absolutely beam you and just get rid of you really quickly. I honestly thought before I downloaded SP Tarkov and the mods, it was just going to be one of those like modded things that you could just run around and get everything done very quickly. But once I learned that there was mods that you can improve the like AI, for example, like we've got, and all of the other good stuff, I was like, okay, this is going to be a bit more of a challenge than I thought. So I am really enjoying, even though we're only 2 episodes in, I am really enjoying the SP Tarkov journey, and I'm looking forward to uploading this a bit more in the future. Also, be on the lookout for some Grey Zone Warfare streams and content from myself. I will be getting that game at some point today, downloading it and getting into playing that particular game. I'm also looking forward to another extract shooter, which I can't actually remember the name of it off the top of my head, so I'm just going to very quickly grab that. So Arena Breakout Infinite is another game that I'm really looking forward to coming out as well. Much like Tarkov, it's an extraction shooter, so it'll be something else that we can make a series out of. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. All of the links to my social media will be in the description down below. If you want to go and check that out, that'd be greatly appreciated. There will also be links to both my TikTok and my Twitch, which I'll be going live on very soon. I am getting into the swing of being able to have a bit more of a work-life balance, meaning I will be able to stream a little bit more frequently moving forward. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning into this video. Oh, and one last thing that I always mention is if you're into trading card games, be sure to check out my TCG channel. Again, there'll be a link in the description down below for that as well. I'll be uploading to that very frequently moving forward as well. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.